And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here goes, son.
Check, 59. Oh, you get up ahead.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
Here we go.
Here's Snell, and an alley to run. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yellow lady. Yellow lady. Red lady.
No. Hatchet.
Darnold now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 7-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw.
That's it, baby. You got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. On first down, it's Snell again. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 43.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw is Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here it comes. Here it comes. Boom, boom.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And now a fumble. The ball's out. The 40, 30, past the 20. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 15.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Carr. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. To throw on second down. Hannah. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Hannah, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Darnold on first down. Open man is Cobbs. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
On first down, Darnold. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Alert 3.
Red 80.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
14. Vikings 10.
Throwing on first down. Hannah. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 59.
Here we go.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to find Cobbs here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Watch the whip.
On second down, it's Snell. And an alley to run. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A run for Snell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Hanna. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Here we go. Here we go. This is team on it. Team on it. Watch twist.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Off the play fake. Hanna. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Oh, what a move. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go, son.
59 Mike. Check. 59.
Red 80.
And he's winning it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He's going to take a shot right away for the end. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Lutt's good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutt's to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 1st and 10, Hannah. It's caught. Beckham. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Looking to throw. Hannah gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First down, Vikings.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Hannah. That one is caught by Hunt. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
A gain of 12. And the Vikings.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down, Vikings.
Set. 50-60 out long. Check 52's the mic. All day, every day, any day.
On first down, Hannah to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Tight door. Check 4. Out.
To throw again, Hannah. It's caught by OBJ. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch the screen. Watch the zone. 57.
On 4th down, Hannah. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. They'll go with Snell here on first down. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Hammer. And that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Right there in the middle, 55. I'm coming for you. You mine.
On 1st down, Snell trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Mike's 59.
Darnold. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Yo, 80. Check, 59. Defense wins championships, baby. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Joker.
Blue draw corkers.
Red 80.
Hey, seam 6.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now here's Snell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They're going to run again with Snell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Hannah. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 30. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hannah toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Let's go, D. Red 80.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. That's taken in by Callaway. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. Go, Mike. Go, 80. 51, Mike. 51. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Hey, Charlie.
51, Mike. Mike.
Now it's Darnold. And he's going to be brought down. back at his own 6-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Off-play action. Hannah. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Hannah. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Looking to throw. Hannah. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Hey, Zoo.
On first down, it's Darnold. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Oh, boy, when a good tight end reads man coverage, is able to run the corner route, almost impossible to defend. They can use a good head fake, work him inside, and then they'll get him on their back or on their hip and keep them away from the football with their body.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now Darnold. Thrown outside, taken in by Cobbs. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A nice gain at 21 yards.
At the 15-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Snell. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not watching. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hey, check Mike. Hey, high 7. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Play action. It's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 71 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run on first down. Snell. And he goes backwards here. Losing yardage back to the 16. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Cut. Hello, lady. Mike 51. I got him. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, watch that.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
We play to win. Let's go.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Watch. Hey, lady. The twins. Go. Check.
Here's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Mike is 59. Fun. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Here we go, young lady. Breathe, defense. Mike, check. 59.
Darnold now to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hannah, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jamal Adams, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled.